Hey guys, my name is Candice and I am taking part in the virtual homeschool co-op intro videos. So I'm going to link that down below, so you should go to that website and check out everybody else's intro videos. They're really fun to watch and it's such a great community. So like I said, my name is Candice. I have 3 daughters, a 7-year-old, Miette, a 4-year-old, Mackenzie, and a 2-year-old, Marley. And we kind of do homeschool for all 3 of them. Even though the 2-year-old, she still likes to partake in what we're doing, so she gets a little bit of that schooling. I have my list right here so I can look so I don't forget anything. So this is our first year homeschooling. So we are on our 6th week. It's Wednesday. So yeah, we're on our 6th week of homeschool, and I love it. You know, it's so us. It's my zen. So, what is your homeschool mission statement? Ooh, my mission statement. You know, when I saw Trish, ooh, my dog hit the table. When Trish posted this question, and I was like, ooh, mission statement, and it differs from why you're homeschooling. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is my mission statement? You know, what is my purpose in homeschooling? So I know I've had all weekend to think about it, and I was like, really, what I want to get out of homeschooling is I just want my children to be seekers of knowledge. You know, I want them to love to learn. Like, that's how I am. If I think of something, I need to know the answer to it, and I have to look it up. I have to research. It just brings me joy to do all that, and I love to read, and I just want that instilled in them. So my mission statement is for my children to be seekers of knowledge. My homeschool approach, that's a hard one, and it has evolved in just the 6 weeks that we've been homeschooling. You know, at the beginning, I was like classical, like I read The Well-Trained Mind. That's what I was going to follow to the T. You know, gotten all the books that was in that book. You know, that's what we were going to do. And I need that, like, guideline for me. I need something telling me, all right, this is what you're going to do, because I don't want to mess up. And who wants to mess up? So I read that, and I was like, we're going to be classical homeschoolers. So that's what we started our year out with. Now, even just in the 6 weeks, and one of those weeks we were off, so we took the last week of August off. I would say we're kind of eclectic. We are a little bit of classical, a little bit of Charlotte Mason, a little bit of unschooling, even though, do I dare say that? Because I put in little aspects of all of it now, and I'm more relaxed, and I'm more just go with the flow, kind of, instead of being like, oh my gosh, we have to follow this to the T, we have to follow my schedule, we cannot miss a day. And now we're just kind of like, we can get to it later, or, oh yeah, I want to look outside and look at some birds or trees. All right, let's go take a nature walk. We'll do that instead, you know. Do some flashcards to add it into it or whatever. It's just whatevs. So that's our approach right now. It's just a mixture of everything. All right. So that's our approach. But the next question is, where are you located on this planet? We are in the United States. We are on the eastern side of Virginia. We live near the water. We live on the water. So that's where we're at. We don't live in the city. We are pretty much rural, even though we live in town. It's still pretty much country. I'm trying to think of we just live in a very small town. And, you know, I have to drive. There's a Walmart like 10 minutes down the road. Even though that's new to us. Usually I live in the county over, so that's where I grew up with my husband, and we lived like 30 minutes from a Walmart. So it is new to us to be in town. Like, we live right in the middle of the town. That's very strange. Usually I live in the boonies. So when we moved here, 2 years ago? A year and a half ago? Almost 2 years ago. Yeah, almost 2 years. It was a very culture shock, you know. I'm not used to growing up in a neighborhood. We have neighbors. I'm not used to neighbors. And I'm not used to, like, neighborhood kids. I didn't grow up with that, so it's interesting to see how Miette's relationship and Mackenzie's and Marley's, like growing up in a neighborhood. It's very interesting. It's very different how I grew up, but they're loving it. We love neighborhood. But anyways, I'm going completely off topic. We're in Virginia. We're in a small town, and this is what I was getting to. There's not much homeschoolers around here. I mean, I guess there's not. I just don't know many. I know like 3 families impersonally, and I think there's a co-op somewhere around here. I don't know. I'm just saying that there's not much homeschool community where I live. So, at least that I know of. There could be. I don't know. So, that's where I'm at. How has the social media platforms helped you with your homeschool? They have helped so much. Like, this is my #1 resource, is social media platforms. Between blogs, like I've been reading, oh gosh, I haven't been watching blogs. I've been reading blogs, watching YouTube videos. Instagram, I get a lot of ideas from Instagram. You know, Pinterest I don't really go on too much, but it's just so overwhelming. But Instagram, I love following homeschool moms on Instagram and just seeing, it's just nice. I was listening to, see if I can butcher their name, Scolay Sisters podcast with Pam and Misty, and the last one is getting, I can't remember. But I was listening to their podcast, and I think it was the principles and the practices, and it's just nice to see some of the practices. You know, I read about these principles, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I put that in my homeschool? And it's nice to see on Instagram the practices of those principles, like Charlotte Mason. I'm like, nature study, like how do you do that? I've never done that before. I mean, besides being out in nature, what do you do? Like, so it's nice seeing those nature study journals and just how other moms are doing those in their homeschool. So, moving on. What are you excited about getting out of the VHC this year? Oh, I love being part of the community. I love sharing our homeschool. I love being a part of I love being a part of everybody's homeschool, and it's such a encouraging community. So that's what I'm really just getting out of, this encouragement, and that there's so many different ways to homeschool, and it's okay to do whatever you want, you know, whatever you choose to do, it's okay, because somebody else out there is doing something different, or somebody else out there is doing the same as you are. It's just a great community. So, well, this is my intro video, so I hope you enjoy. Click that subscribe button somewhere down here. Like this video if you like it, and go on to virtualhomeschoolcoop.com. I have the link down below, and see what the other moms are posting.